Thank you, WWE. You magnificent motherfuckers. You. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta calm down. I can't. I gotta do this. I'm sorry. Joe, did you see that? Did you see that? Of course you saw it, you were there. Joe saw it, he was there. If you're wondering what your old pal shintigercurl is doing, it's simple. I just witnessed one of the greatest main events in the history of professional wrestling. If you haven't signed up for the WWE Network, get it done. It's only $9.99. They gave this away for free. Sting! Sting! Okay, I gotta calm down. Okay, I'm calm. Okay, I'm trying to calm myself down, but if you didn't watch Survivor Series, then what the fuck was wrong with you? You missed one of the most glorious things I've ever had the pleasure of watching. This is why I love professional wrestling. This is why I do the things I do, because of this. Alright, I'm just going to give you my overview of the pay-per-view. I didn't write any notes, because I didn't think I was going to do a review of this, but I gotta say, this was the best pay-per-view that WWE's put out all year. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there are no words to describe what you just witnessed. It's one of these things that you have to witness for yourself. But anyway, I'm just gonna go right to the main event. Team Cena, comprised of John Cena, team captain, The Big Show, Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler, versus Team Authority, team captain Seth Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, Rusev, and Luke Harper. Stipulations: if Team Authority wins, everyone on the opposing team, save for John Cena, will be fired. If Team Cena wins, the Authority is out of power, meaning that they cannot actively interfere with the careers and the storylines in the main roster. And the only person, and Mr. McMahon said this at the opening of the show, the only person who can bring them back into power would be John Cena himself. Now, this was a chaotic and crazy match, and it started off with Mark Henry being the first to be eliminated in under a minute from a knockout punch. It was a back and forth match. You could not predict what was going to happen in this match. Rusev, his streak of being unpinned and unsubmitted continues as he was counted out after he tried to splash Dolph Ziggler through the Spanish announce table. One of the biggest surprises was it was down to 3-on-3. Big Show, Dolph Ziggler, and Cena versus Rollins, Harper, and Kane. Now, it looked like it was going to be a pretty even matchup until Big Show turned traitor like a little bitch and knocked out John Cena with his knockout punch. And John Cena was eliminated. That's right. John Cena, the captain of his own team, was eliminated. And Big Show shook hands with Triple H, and walked out, getting counted out. So it was essentially a 3-on-3 situation, and Dolph Ziggler had been getting his ass beat the entire match. So he had to pull off one of the most amazing performances of his career, and he did. He eliminated Kane. He eliminated Luke Harper. And it was just him and Rollins. They went back and forth, false finishes, back and forth, trading moves, trading curb stomps and zigzags and famousers. Then Triple H got involved, beat up a referee. Then another referee came out, beat him up. And then he just decided to beat the ever-loving shit out of Dolph Ziggler. Pedigreed him in the middle of the ring. And then Scott Patterson, that corrupt-ass referee, came out to count. But then, all of a sudden, Sting. I can't even begin to tell you how jacked I was to see Sting. There was talk backstage of him debuting tonight. We thought he was going to debut a little later down the card. I thought that, like a lot of people thought, that Randy Orton was going to intervene in this match since it was his hometown and he still had issues with the Authority. I did not, in my wildest imaginations, would think that Stinger himself, Mr. Steve Borton, would come out to the ring, and for the longest time, he stood in the ring with Triple H and they just stared at each other. I mean, there was shit. No one could say anything, and he just, the moment, you had to be there. You had to be there live for the moment. The moment. If you're not a wrestling fan, you can't possibly understand this. But the moment, Sting, in the second longest running pay-per-view in WWE, standing across from one of the all-time greats, Triple H, in a WWE ring, a man who was synonymous with not wanting to work for Vince, was in a WWE ring across from a WWE legend on a WWE pay-per-view on the WWE network. You cannot imagine that. I cannot put into words how that feels. So, Triple H tries to punch him. Stinger ain't having none of that shit. Hits him with the Scorpion Death Drop. Pulls Dolph on top of Seth Rollins. Referee comes out and he counts 1, 2, 3. And he leaves. Dolph Ziggler is the MVP of this match. And he staggered back to the ramp, and John Cena was there, hugged him, told him he did a marvelous job. And in the ring, Trips and Steph they just went crazy with disbelief, and the fans couldn't be happier. I mean, up to this point, Survivor Series was going to be up there as a good pay-per-view. The Fatal 4-Way for the tag titles, which saw Damien Mizdow and Miz pick up the belts, was a great opener. I didn't too much care for the Divas Survivor Series style match because I really didn't care that much. It was passable, but I just didn't care. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt tore the house down. They beat the hell out of each other, and then Dean Ambrose beat the shit out of Bray Wyatt. He may have lost the match, but he won everybody's hearts, and they've already got the match set up for them at TLC for a tables, ladders, and chairs match already. Before any title matches, this match already happened. Then we had AJ defending her title against Nikki Bella. And what we saw was something that you only fact about. Brie kisses AJ, distracting her a lot. I mean, just a nice slobbery kiss, and distracts her enough for Nikki to hit the rack or whatever and pick up the win, and it seemed like the Bellas were in collusion the whole time. I'm happy for the kiss. I'm not happy for the outcome. But the main event, this main event, it was the perfect main event. Even though everyone knew that Team Authority was going to lose this because of the stipulations, there was no way you could accurately predict what was going to happen. There were so many twists and turns that you really couldn't predict what was going to happen next. Everyone looked good in this match except Mark Henry, poor guy. And the build-up for it was awesome. It was just so... There's nothing more I can say. They're replaying it right now on the WWE Network. It's fucking free for the next week or so. Get this shit. Sign up for it. You can afford $9.99 a goddamn month. Sign up just to watch this pay-per-view. Just to watch Survivor Series. Just to watch this glorious main event. As one of my friends on CBR forums, Griffin, said, this was Starrcade 97 done right. And I am inclined to agree with him. This is just so much catharsis. But the one thing I will say, I'm highly suspicious of that stipulation that Vince McMahon had at the beginning of the show that said that if the Authority lost, the only person who could bring them back to power was John Cena. I'm very suspicious of this. So Monday night, I don't know. Something might happen tomorrow night. I don't know. But keep this in mind, viewers. But I know this is a short video compared to what I'm used to doing, but there's nothing more that I need to say. Go watch the replay of it. This was an amazing main event. This made Survivor Series my all-time favorite pay-per-view of this year. This was my favorite main event. Beyond Daniel Bryan winning the world title, beyond the utter curb stompage of John Cena by Brock Lesnar, beyond any of that, this is the main event of the year. I love wrestling. And tonight I was rewarded for my faith. So, until next time, this is shintigercurl. And I'm going to go lay down. I am spent.